What is good, everybody? What's good? It's your man's Ken Jackson is a Ken Jackson experience. And just coming on here randomly today. Checking in, seeing how everybody's doing. If you know what I mean. Here, let me turn that off. Notifications are loud. New channel. There we go. All right, so here we are. We're live. It is a beautiful day here in South Florida today. Got my backdrop working. Tell you what, green screens are an amazing thing. You know what I mean? So anyway, how's everybody doing? Hopefully, everybody had a good week. And what's it? Thursday? Today is Thursday. Yes. Almost Friday, y'all. Almost there. And another week gone by. Got my birthday week coming up pretty soon. I'll be turning 60 officially. And it's hard to believe. Hard for me to believe that I've come this far. And I'm very happy. Just happy to be here, quite honestly. And hope you are too. But anyway, I wanted to just get caught up on everything. World is still going crazy. Trump's having his nightly meltdowns. I heard he's really pissed off about not being invited to the Putin, the Xi Putin, Kim Jong-un party in Beijing. China had an impressive military parade. And of course, Donald Trump didn't hesitate to point that out. It was very impressive, especially compared to that bullshit that Trump tried to do, ruining the Army's birthday. And, basically setting himself to look like more of an idiot than he already is. Oh, goodness, I'm so tired. I've been battling a cold all week, flu or something. It wasn't COVID, I know, but I was just feeling real crappy all week long, and I'm feeling better today. But anyway, as I was saying, Trump is pissed off that he wasn't invited to the party in Beijing. And I don't know why he thought he would be. China, Russia, and North Korea are our enemies. They, all three, are sworn to the end and destruction of the West and American dominance in the world. And I mean in every way, monetarily, militarily, influentially, in any way you can possibly think of. They want America out of the picture. And what's bad is that Donald Trump is making it easy for them. They actually don't have to lift a finger. Donald Trump is doing the job all by himself for them. I've always said he was a Russian operative, but I think he's a triple agent. I think he's working for Russia, China, and North Korea, all at the same. I believe he's gotten his spy credentials from all three. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me, everybody. But like I said, I'm sure Donald Trump is working for all three enemy states. And the only reason they're enemies is because the United States, for decades has been dominating the world financially. Not really, because our entire economy is built on debt. We are so far in debt that I think it's probably going to take the next 15, 20 generations to get it caught up. And honestly, I don't see it happening at all. Debt is going to destroy this country from the inside out, and Donald Trump is not helping the situation at all. But militarily, China is they've come a long way with all their stolen technology, stolen intellectual property, and I mean everything. All of their weaponry, everything is stolen from the West, and it's a shame. It's a shame that for so long America has been asleep at the wheel, rather than trying to bring the world together. I think a lot of U.S. policies has pushed us even farther and farther apart. I think there could have been a lot better ways in dealing with a lot of these countries, because everybody wants to look out for their people. I get it. I get it. But let's be honest, America is the only country that not only does not look out for its own people, but is doing everything it can to dominate the rest of the world. And that shit's coming to an end. You know, it's coming to an end. The rest of the world is sick of it. They're not with the bullshit anymore. And it's not to say I hate my country. This is the only country I know. This is home. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see it fail, but unfortunately, the formula that we've been using for the past 100 years ain't working. It ain't working. You know, we are the biggest arms dealer in the world. We are the biggest drug users in the world. We are the greediest in the world. We're the most unhealthy in the world. We're the fattest population in the world. Think about that. All things bad leads to America. We were supposed to be the shining example of freedom, justice, and liberty to the world, and now we are the laughing stock because we somehow or another found a way to elect Donald Trump to the highest office in the land twice. And this second time around, he's doing some serious damage to our reputation, to our credibility, and he's just weakening America in every way. And when it's all said and done, I think we'll probably end up being a third world nation. Y'all better start learning some other languages. That's all I gotta say. And I'm really afraid. I'm really afraid for my grandkids, you know, my kids. You know, what are they gonna have to face? Are they gonna be in a civil war? You know, or are they gonna be fighting foreign invaders, you know, trying to take over America and make us slaves? I don't know. I just don't know. And I'm sad that I won't be around here to help fight, you know. You know, I'm like I said, I'm about to hit 60 years old in a week. And so with that, I know I got a lot more days behind me than I got ahead of me. So until it's my time, though, I'm going to do everything and say everything, do whatever I can do to try to save this country and get us back on track. Because Donald Trump and MAGA has really, really done a lot of damage to America. And you don't even have to be a patriot to understand that, to see that. But I mean, if you're like me, if you truly love your home, it's not about, like I said, being patriotic or anything like that. It's just the fact that this is our country. Unfortunately, it's stolen land, just like, and in fact, just last week, we were talking about the Israeli-Palestinian situation. Um, and somebody asked me why do I think the United States is supporting Israel so hard? Because the United States was founded the same way, on stolen land. This is how the United States came to be. Europeans came here. They stole the land from the natives, forced them into concentration camps. We call them reservations. Raped and pillaged, and created this fake society built on fake concepts of freedom and liberty, when it was only about money and power, capitalism, and all the other terrible isms that have destroyed, society all around the world. And so they support Israel in their thievery of Palestinian land. Again, Europeans. Let that sink in. Colonizers all around the world, everywhere they go. It's a bunch of nonsense to deal with. Maybe we should exterminate them. You follow what I'm saying? Maybe they need to go. They're the cancer, because I think the world was just fine before the Europeans came into existence. That's just my opinion. Y'all can agree. We can all agree to disagree or whatever. Some of y'all call me crazy. Some of y'all might call me racist. I don't think I have a racist bone in my body, to tell you the truth. But I like to point out facts. And facts are that Europeans have destroyed so many cultures around the world. They go into different countries and they try to force their influence on these countries. They steal the culture, and they try to oppress the people, and now the world is saying, you know what, fuck that. We're tired of it. We're not dealing with it anymore. And I'm embarrassed to say I'm an American. I used to be very proud to be an American. I used to be very proud. So proud that I actually served this country for 10 years, close to 10 years, not exactly 10 years, but for close to 10 years. And thought I was doing a good thing. I really did. Now I know that a lot of the shit we were doing even back then in the 80s was to an evil end. And I'm sad about that. I really am, because this concept of America really could be a great thing for the whole world. I think if it had been executed properly, this country would have achieved greatness. We never got there, never reached greatness. There's been some great things done, by Americans all around the world. And when I say Americans, I'm not talking about, just native born Americans. I'm talking about Americans who came here from other places, and chose this as their homeland, and decided, and said, hey, I want to go there and make a new life for myself and my family. And they came here and they did great things. A lot of awesome technologies have come out of America by way of immigrants. Let's let's think about it. Smartphones, the first iPhone created by Apple, Steve Jobs. He was the visionary behind the iPhone. A lot of you don't realize Steve Jobs was a Palestinian immigrant. He was adopted by an American family, but he is born of Palestinian parents. Think about that. Let that really sink in. And I wonder if he were alive today, what he would be saying about the Palestinian genocide that's going on. Because I guarantee you the Israelis use iPhones. They use Apple products. Yet they're trying to literally wipe out the people, the relatives of the man who created that technology, you know, and those gadgets. I mean, America doesn't have anything, you know, in that realm at all, you know, Apple, you know, but I'm talking about as far as, you know, something that European Americans have created. We all know they stole everything. We were talking the other day about different things that were created and invented by Black Americans. And I refuse to say African Americans because we're not Africans. I've been to Africa, and Africans let me know right away that I'm not African. You know, my ancestors were Africans, absolutely, but I'm American. This is where I was born and bred, you know, and this is my home, and I'm going to claim it. These fire trucks been busy all day. I don't hope it's nothing serious. That's about the fifth one I've heard this morning go by. But anyway, you know, America, you know, has done a lot of great things in the world, but it was all by way of immigrants and minorities in America. Black Americans have contributed so much to this country. I can't even, the list is so long, I don't even want to go into it, but you can do your own research, look it up while you still can, because MAGA and the Republicans are trying to erase history. Literally, they're trying to erase and rewrite history. They're destroying the books. They're destroying the old films. They're destroying everything that relates to anything truthful about the history of this country, so that they can rewrite the narrative and make it what they want it to be. Because actual history makes them look like shit, makes them look like real shitty ass people, and they are. I'm sorry to say, and that's not going. That's not to say that I don't know any good European Americans, because I know plenty. You know, I know plenty, and I know that they're not directly to blame, you know, for a lot of things that have gone on, you know, as it relates to the history of this country. However, I know that they feel some kind of way about their lineage, and they should feel real fucked up about their lineage. You know, and it's like, even myself, I got harsh words to say about the current state of the Black community. You know, yes, we had an unfair advantage, you know, in this country for centuries, you know, 4 centuries. But the knowledge is at hand right now, and we have the ability to rise up above the oppression that held us back for all those centuries. And yet, so many within the Black community choose a path of debauchery, and it's diabolical of how it's uh, how it's pushed, through media and all these different outlets, to keep the black community in a state of confusion. But we don't have to buy into that. We don't have to participate in that. There there have been some things over the years that I thought was real stupid of black folks. Like, I spent 30 years in the music and entertainment industry myself. I can never understand uh, artists, actors, singers, rappers that would boycott some of these award shows, like the Grammys, and boycotting the Oscars, and boycotting the American Music Awards, and even the Soul Train Awards have been boycotted. And my thing has always been, why are y'all out here picketing and boycotting these entities when you just don't have to participate? Just don't participate. We have enough of our own within this industry to just break. We have our own industry. People like Tyler Perry is proving that. 50 Cent is proving that. Cat Williams is proving that. They're building their own. Tyler Perry has, they said Tyler Perry Studios in Georgia is not only bigger than all of Hollywood studios combined, but it's far more capable, far more advanced. And Tyler Perry said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna do it myself. I'm not gonna beg Hollywood to produce and put my movies out." So he built his own studios. Think about that. 50 Cent's doing the same thing now in Louisiana. He's building his own studios for G Unit Productions. Cat Williams just bought a bunch of land. I forget exactly where. I think Alabama, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But he's doing the same thing. He's building his own production studios. And I'm like, more power to him. Do your thing. Put more black folks to work in the industry. I'd like to see the same thing though in the banking industries. Let's have more black executives come together and open black banks. Let's see it happen in engineering, and technology. We need more black tech companies. I know they're out there. I know there's a lot of them out there. In fact, I think I'm gonna spend the next week looking for them, tracking them down myself, and then start, presenting exposés here on the channel, because I think it's important that young black folks know that there's something out here for us. And honestly, that's how I got into the entertainment business. I started off, as a manager, managing rappers and singers and dancers. Just before I left military services, when I started my first entertainment company. And then eventually I grew into production, and eventually I opened my own recording studios. And I've had several studios over the years. And then I launched Crazy Baby TV 16 years ago now. And granted, this channel has definitely not reached its potential because I slacked off. I got lazy for a long time. For a lot of years, I got lazy. And when the pandemic happened, is when I should have, picked it back up and got serious again. But I didn't. I procrastinated, and so the channel, hasn't grown into what it should be now. But I'm gonna be honest. I ain't bragging. I'm gonna be honest. I started doing this shit before anybody knew what it was. You know what I'm saying? and I had a whole idea, uh, for presenting artists, and interviewing, you know, businesses and celebrities and common folks alike long before anybody knew what internet broadcasting was. And I've had some opportunities that I passed on over the years. And had I stayed consistent in building Crazy Baby TV, Crazy Baby TV would be a mega media monster by now. But you know, I'm still here, now, and I'm getting serious. Although I'm a little bit late, but it's never too late. It's never too late to start something. You know what I mean? And that's my message to y'all. We as black folks, we gotta start doing our own thing, man, and stop, waiting on the Europeans, to give us, a leg up, give us an opportunity to work with them. We can work with us and create our own entertainment. So check it out. Any other you media people out there is trying to build something, whether you be music producers, actors, actresses, comedians, hit me up. Let's work together. Let's build our own network of entertainment and media. Let's really do this for real. Listen, I don't have a lot of money, but I know we got some black folks out there that have the money and funding. I got ideas, and I have a small production, capacity right now, but it can be a much bigger production capacity if a few more people join the team. And that's real important. I think I would like for, you know, I would like for some of y'all to join me, and let's build this thing. You know what I mean? Uh, let's see what we can do in order to, you know, uh, not only get Crazy Baby TV off the ground and running like it should be, um, but also let's work to, just build a whole, media, empire, with others. Because I know a lot of y'all got ideas. I know a lot of y'all, want to get into this industry. And if you don't have the means, like I said, I, I got the means to help, in a small capacity, but it may take a few more of us. It will take a few more of us to come together, and really, really make this thing, take off the way that it needs to, because a lot can be done if we pull it together, straight up. And so that's what we got to do. That's what we got to do. All right. So anyway, I know I kind of went off on a tangent with that, and that's okay. See, you know why it's okay? Because it's my show. It's my show, and I can do what I want. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm trying to relay to y'all. Let's get a few people together and see if we can make something happen. So from this day forward, I'm actively seeking music artists, actors, actresses, comedians, business people, all types of creatives to come on board with the Crazy Baby team, you know, and this is an umbrella. This isn't something where it's going to be uh, it's going to be the only thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you got a company that you're starting up, it's in the media field, let's partner up. You know what I'm saying? Let's joint venture. It can be Crazy Baby and whoever, or whoever and Crazy Baby. I don't care whose name is first, but let's work together. Let's try to build our own media, our own media environment to where we won't have to ask for permission. We won't have to beg, borrow, and steal our way into the industry if we create our own industry. And it's been, you know, I mean, there have been some people that have been trying, but for some reason, black folks just haven't been able to come together in mass. And I often wonder why. All the other racial groups work together and they work hard to bring each other up. But black folks, we're our own worst enemies. And we got to stop that. We got to break that cycle. So again, I'm shouting out, I'm screaming out to all you media heads out there that are trying to get something going. You know, come on, let's joint venture. You know, let's see if we can make something happen. You know, not if we can make something happen. Come on board and let's make something happen. Okay, I keep forgetting words are very powerful. You know, we have to use the correct words too, because words unfortunately have more power, you know, with some people than they should. You know, my dad always told me that words only have the power that you give it. You know, so I'm gonna put some power behind these words when I say, join me. Let's build. Let's work. Let's collaborate. Let's make it better for us. Plain and simple. You know, I ain't no activist. You know, I ain't nobody special. I'm just Ken. All right. Some people out here call me the OG because I've been doing the music thing, you know, here locally for a long time. But listen, man, I'm just Ken. You know, and those of you that know me know that I've always been just Ken. You know, so I've never been one to, you know, brag or boast or want to take credit for anything, but I'm gonna take credit for this internet broadcasting thing because I did this thing long time ago. I was doing it. My first show was Pursue Your Passion, in which I wasn't even on camera. I was the cameraman. I was the behind the scenes, but I was letting the artists that I manage, you know, be the face of the channel. We had another show that we were developing called Live from the Garage. We were doing live concerts with local acts from the garage, and it was such a dope concept. And I kick myself. I kick myself every day for not, you know, being consistent with it, because consistency is so important. And I'm trying to be more consistent now. I'm trying to work on the procrastination. It's been hard for me. I'm gonna be honest. The last couple of years has been extremely hard. I've been going through a lot of medical issues and such, you know, that have sidetracked me. And you know, when you run into problems like that, your mind gets all screwed up, you know, and you start to think, you know, the world is against you, and honestly feel depressed, you know, and I've never been a depressed type of guy, you know what I mean? But that shit gets to you, it really does. And you know, so I you know, I am fighting that now, you know. I'm fighting that urge to just not do anything. You know, so today I was sitting here, I was working on some other stuff, which I got to get back to because I need to work on some marketing materials. But I was sitting here fighting the urge, and then I said, you know what? I need to broadcast something. I need to get on and stream something. So I said, fuck it, let me turn the damn camera on and get to it. And so here I am. All right, so anyway, I'm your man's Ken Jackson. This is the Ken Jackson Experience. If you haven't already, please, please, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, Crazy Baby TV World. I'm not selling no merchandise. I don't push any products or nothing like that. Every now and then I will talk about things that I use personally within my production and within my studio, only because I think it, I've found some ways to make this a little bit easier. But I'm not sponsored by anybody, so there's no no corporate handcuffs on me. This is all me. So like I said, please subscribe to the channel. It helps me out, as far as the algorithm goes. And tell your friends, log on every now and then. You know what I'm saying? I have all types of random shit going on, and I'm working on some more things. Oh, shout out to my homie, Ali Hoodstar 365. It's a Hoodstar world. He has made us all hood stars, and anybody in the hood can be a star. And check him out. Ali Hoodstar 365, Hoodstar 365 radio and TV. Look him up. He has some good things going up in the New Jersey, Philadelphia area. And that's that. I'll see y'all next time. But hit me up. Visit all my other multimedia pages or social media pages. You can contact me directly through email, DMs, or call me with the phone numbers on the website. So look me up, Crazy Baby TV World, the Ken Jackson Experience. Google me, you'll find me. It's all there. Until next time, peace.